Hello guys, how's it going? So in today's video, we are going to talk about how to leverage AI in best possible way without exposing your data to the cloud and outside world. So the problem is not with AI, the problem is how we are leveraging data or how we are leveraging AI. So most of the companies now are leveraging AI, which is good, but not all data can be put in cloud because the data could be very sensitive and it can not only have ramifications related to compliance, but it could also expose your company and lose the reputation. So cybersecurity, among others, is one of the team that needs to be very careful when it comes to data, as we all agree. And most of the CISOs nowadays are very worried about exposing their data because SOC analysts and different sort of security employees are simply uploading their data to ChatGPT to speed up the process without caring about the possible ramifications. And guys, we all know that in long run, all these companies, LLM companies, are going to use that data to train their AI models. Not only that, some of them might even lead to eventually sell the data because that's their bread and butter, right? So, what is it that we can do about it, and what is the best practice that nowadays like pioneer companies are doing? So, based on my understanding, most of the pioneer companies or top MNCs have now started to deploy their own model, which is for different teams. This makes sure that there is no data that is being exposed to the cloud and the sensitive data remains within the boundary of the company without compromising on using or leveraging the AI. Because it is very clear in today's age, if you are not using AI, you are definitely behind and you cannot catch up anytime soon with your competitors. So leveraging AI is definitely the right way to go, but not on the cloud, especially for legal teams, especially for cybersecurity team, especially for cloud team and business sensitive data teams. So what is the solution? The solution is to deploy your own model. This can be done at department level where you can have a server, LLM hosted, or what I personally suggest is, or especially for security teams, is to deploy the model on the system locally because nowadays we have got so many models which can be hosted easily on your local system without having to use internet, and that gives you a facility to continue enjoying the benefits of like the best models we have without having to go to cloud or putting your data to the cloud. So let's quickly dive in. How we can deploy the model locally on the system? We can use a very good technology known as Ollama. Ollama is basically kind of a Windows, or it gives an app for you that you can download from here. The website is here. I can give the link in description. So you can download this and run the executable on your Windows by double clicking. You can get it in your downloads over here. So once you double click on it, it will install and deploy your Ollama. Once your Ollama is deployed, the next thing we need to do is we need to go to ollama.com as we go here. And we just need to check the models by clicking on models. So you can see there are a lot of models hosted on Ollama. Most of them are available publicly and open source. So in our case, if you are deploying it on your local system, I won't advise you to go for a model which is more than 7 billion parameters, as it could significantly impact your device performance. And this is not something that you need. If you need let's say if you need AI for general stuff, you can still use GPT. But whenever you are doing anything sensitive, whenever you are doing triage, whenever you are analyzing events, whenever you are analyzing something really important or classified, just use the internal LLM and save yourself from a lot of hassle in future. So let's move on. So in our case, we can use any model which is under 7 billion parameters, but for the sake of simplicity, I'll use this llama 3 billion parameter model, which is llama 3.2, because it's a good model. It's developed by Meta. So the deployment of this model is very simple actually. So once you run the application by downloading it by double clicking on the executable file, you just need to open your command prompt from the search, type CMD, and this will open your command prompt. So once your command prompt is open, like it's already open in my case, I'll just close it to show you how we can run the model. So we just need to copy this command from here, and we need to run it over here. So once you run the command, this will deploy the model locally on your system like it did. So if I'll say hello to it, it will respond. So the model is deployed and it's doing what's expected, and it's deployed locally. Even if I close the internet, it's going to work without an issue. Now, I won't recommend people to use the model directly from the command prompt, because this doesn't give you the kind of UI and the kind of features that ChatGPT or Gemini gives you. So, how we are going to leverage this model in a better way, in a proper UI, is through an app called AnythingLLM. So, anythingllm.com gives you an option to download Anything LLM on desktop, and once you install it by double clicking on it on the executable, you can find it. So like in my case, I have got it here. So it got installed, and if I open it, it will take me to Anything LLM, which is this app. So now when you will get access to Anything LLM, it will be blank. So how we can integrate our Ollama with Anything LLM is very simple. It's Anything LLM is like a chat interface, and Ollama is the LLM. We need to integrate the two to make it work and to leverage it for cybersecurity teams, analysis and triage and all sensitive stuff. So we can simply go to new workspace. We can create any workspace. Like in my case, I can show test. So test workspace. So if I'm going here now, I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to select chat settings. So it gives you two options. Either it can directly connect with Ulama, and it can use the default models. Currently, it's selected that only. So let's see if it works. We'll go to default, which is like default chat, and we'll type something. Let's see if it works. So it's saying its model is required. So we go back to the settings, and we go to chat settings, and we simply go in. Uh, let's try anything LLM. Uh, let's see if what happens if we update this from here. So once workspace is updated, we are going to go back to default, which is our chat interface. And I'm going to say hi. Okay, so it looks like it already integrated with the Ulama, and it started responding. So that's a really good sign. Maybe we can ask it like which model you are uh, to see. I think it's doing reasoning. So this looks like reasoning part of it. Uh, Let me see what kind of output it gives. So guys, if you can see, the output is okay, but it looks like it's coming from some model which doesn't looks like the best possible model. So I'm going to change the model. Instead of, so I'm going to go to chat settings, and instead of anything LLM, I'm going to select Olama, and I'm going to select our model, custom model, because we downloaded 3.2. If you remember in the command prompt, Olama run 3.2. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to update this workspace. So this workspace will have this locally hosted model. So whenever I need to do something or analyze something locally, I'm going to use it. Now let me go to default, or I can use some thread like we use in ChatGPT. So let me see now how it responds. This time it should be coming from Olama. It looks like it's a little bit slow. Let me see if we are missing something over here, or I can start a new thread also. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so it's here. So now we can check it, which model you are, uh, just to see which model this is. See, it's Llama model, and it's the same model that we have deployed. Now, how we can leverage this? First of all, this model is locally hosted, so you don't need to worry about uh, exposing your data or moving it to the cloud or moving to internet, your DLP wouldn't flag you, and you can easily bypass this tool from your DLP because this could be locally hosted easily. So this is another thing. Your firewall wouldn't block the connections if they are blocking ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, for instance. So this is the advantage of using a locally deployed model. And this model is more than sufficient for the cybersecurity analysis and triage and analyzing phishing mails. So let us quickly check some samples. These are some samples I collected randomly, by the way. So let us see if it is capable of identifying what it is and like giving us summary like ChatGPT does. Can you help me identify these logs and see if there is any anomalies or suspe- suspicious behavior? Let's see what it comes up with. I'm gonna simply paste it and let it do its job. This, by the way, is sample log I collected prior to the call. This is just a random log, but let us see how good Llama can do in terms of analyzing this. So it's saying this email appears to be a phishing attempt as it claims to be detected suspicious activity on the recent account and demands immediate action. The email is coming from unknown IP instead of Fusion IP, which is 192.168.100, which suggests the IP address may be spoofed or being used by someone else to send emails. So it is doing pretty good in terms of analyzing this mail. The email has a reply to address that doesn't match the reply to path, reply return path address. So it's giving us very good analysis, and this is what we need. We don't need ChatGPT, which is like 400 billion parameters, just for like basic analysis and phishing detection and maybe creating a Jira, creating a case. So for day-to-day activities, why not use the local model, which is more safe, which doesn't flag your, which doesn't like hurt your DLP or your firewall policies, and it can do as well as any other tool, to be honest. So and guys, to be honest, technology is improving rapidly. So recently, Quen introduced a model which is like 30 to 32 billion model, and it's doing as good as any other model, like any other big model, 400 billion parameters model. So I'm sure in coming days, this 3 billion model will be as good as any other model. So moving on to some other use cases, let's see this one. So this is also, by the way, a mail. So let us see. Does this email looks like a phishing attempt? I am just simply giving it an email and it's asking it, does it looks like a phishing attempt? Let's see what it has to say regarding this. The email claims that PayPal has detected suspicious activity on the recipient account, which is common tactic used by scammers to try and gain the user's trust. The email creates a sense of urgency by stating the access will be limited for security reasons. If recipient does not verify their identity immediately, this attempt to create a false sense of panic and pressure the recipient into taking action without verifying the authenticity of the message. The email provides a link to log in securely, but the URL appears to be suspicious. The use of symbols instead of standard HTTPS protocol. The email asks the recipient to click on a link within 24 hours, which is unusual and potentially desperate. Attempt to get the users to act quickly. The email include a generic greeting rather than addressing the recipient by actual name. So we can see that just from a simple mail, it has created a very good analysis and it's giving us very to the point, very good to the point analysis. So guys, this is the power of locally hosted LLM model. This doesn't need your internet. This doesn't needs to go outside to the cloud. It can stay within your system. You can even delete it from here only. So you can create a workspace. For instance, I have created this workspace for office, and within this you can create multiple threads. Like one thread could be for EDR analysis, other could be for SOC analysis, another thread could be for your threat hunting use cases, another thread you can create for your maybe compliance. So This way, all of the data can stay within your company and don't have to go to the cloud, and it can ensure that you are obeying and you are following the compliance standards like GDPR, and don't not exposing the personal data of your company or your customers, and at the same time leveraging the best of AI. So with this, I would like to say goodbye. But guys, please do subscribe and like if this video has benefited you, because in the coming videos I'm going to tell you more and more about how we can and how we can utilize the tools, the AI tools, as cybersecurity team, and make best use of these tools without having to fall for like cloud hosted AI LLM trap, because this could be fatal in long run. In the short run, it doesn't matter, but once they have compiled all the data, it's like there is nothing private in the world. Everything is on ChatGPT. So it would be even worse than Google, because they are going to train the models with this data eventually. So thank you so much for your time. With this, I would say goodbye.